So, okay, I'm going to create this daily series. Um, it's called In Mental Health at the End of the Day with Amy. Got a water, got a little snack. I'll be taking my meds shortly. Um, so today was a good day, and there is a possibility I will write some more because I tend to do it early in the morning, early in the morning, or late at night. It's very quiet. I live with my parents and my aunt, and as you saw in an earlier video, my cat Nancy. So yesterday was my 50th birthday, and they say you have issues and emotionally, like, maybe you'll have a midlife crisis. My issues started way back in my teens and 20s. I have bipolar disorder. I created the Letters to Daniel series of books, and I recently released the last book in that particular series, Letters to Amy. And it came kind of full circle. Did the first two books to my heroes, Daniel Craig and Matthew Good, and then the third one was dealing with the grief of losing my real life hero, my mentor, Del Weston. And then the last book is to myself, and what that's like coming out on the other side of the grief, and knowing that with bipolar disorder, you're not necessarily cured. It's a healing process and a day-to-day recovery. So what I'm going to give some. When I was diagnosed, I was very sick. If you don't know my story, it's available on Amazon. Letters to Daniel. The whole series tells my story of books, but there's also forthcoming audiobooks on the first and the third book. Excuse me. And Amy just released. It is available free right now on ebook, but if you prefer hardcover or paperbacks, it's also available in those formats on Amazon and also other platforms. They show up eventually. KDP puts it on there. I know Amazon is kind of a dirty word right now, but they still are one of the largest distributors. I also use draft to digital. So, so today, the springtime, late winter, early spring tends to be a hard time for me. Whether it's because of the weather, whether it's because of issues trauma that happened at that point in my life when I was younger, I'm not sure. However, what I do recommend, if you are struggling, there is nothing wrong with getting mental health help. Therapists, psychiatrists, nothing wrong with taking medication. Um, Now, not everybody responds to it. I've known people who who did not respond well to it, or at all, and that's okay. You learn there are other tools, and we'll get into that. But today, I I got up. I had a birthday lunch with my mom, my dad, and my aunt Sally. And coming up, when you're on the income that I am, it becomes an effort to get the money you need to do the things you want to do, the things you need to do to not just take care of yourself, but to pursue what it is you want to pursue. That's Nancy. Be careful, kitty. um, I would recommend take your meds as instructed by the doctor. Attend your appointments, your psychiatry appointments, your therapy appointments. Uh, Find something that you love to do and do it, whether you consider it a hobby or whether you consider it a career, whether you consider it a calling. And for me, this is kind of like the calling side of my art. Uh, Also, structure your day. If you're gonna write, I usually write when everybody's asleep because it's kind of hard to concentrate with people talking and with the TVs on. Uh, Structure appointments, meditation. If you are a person of faith, perhaps prayer. Um, and my kitty right there, she's my emotional support animal. And this was China. I like gingers. This one's orange and white. Um, and I had another cat, boy old ginger. He was diabetic. His name was Luke. So those are my three cats I had as adults, and then so they help. And when you go out into the world, it's okay to be open, but you also don't have to do what I do and tell everybody about it. But I live openly with my bipolar disorder and anxiety because it allows me, because holding it in only makes it worse. Because you you will try to if you're holding it in and trying to deal with it by yourself, it just exacerbates it. It like fans a flame that you don't want to do, that you don't want to fan. But I have a support system that you do want, that at least one person that you truly do trust. And then I depend on my parents, I depend on my friends, I depend on my extended family, so and my colleagues, because in the arts, a lot of times there's a lot of people like me, and sometimes they're quiet about their illness or quiet about their struggle. Uh, but remember, always inquire after what your friends are doing, even if it seems like they are okay all the time, because sometimes we're the ones that need to be checked in on the most.